Good morning, firsties. Happy Tuesday, April 28th. Let's hop right in and get started with our tasks for today. First up, handwriting. I hope you're still coming along beautifully. Here are what your sentences say today. After you write your name, we have a nice capital Y to start us off because I figured that's a letter we don't write very often. So you can write a story. Think of all the creative things you have to say. Maybe you can start today. So I was thinking about this. If we were in class, this would be the time of year where we'd be starting to write things down in a storytelling way. So we might retell a story, or if you had your own idea, you could go with that, okay? So maybe if you have some extra time, you could try that. Not necessarily today, but in the next few weeks. So there are your sentences. Beautiful writing, please. You have several different capitals you get to work on. The Y, the T, and where's it? The M. Okay, that's task 1. Task 2 is spelling. Remember, we're working on the OR sound. O-R, like a door. So I was thinking, or, turn the doorknob, knock on the door, or, okay? So we have or, just plain, order, or Remember, the sound is ER. Then you have corn and horn. So k, or, n. You can sound it out. Story. Remember that E sound on the end of a 2 or more syllable word is a Y. Okay, not EE this time, Y. Short, horse, and more both have a silent E. Okay, so there are a couple tricky ones. You need to practice these 3 times, maybe on paper, maybe your mom would let you paint them. Try something where you can practice each one 3 times and say the letters to yourself so you're memorizing how to spell them. Okay, that is task 2. Task 3, we're going to dig a little deeper into OR. So you have a page that looks like this, and it has a bunch of pictures on it. You're going to color the ones that have the OR sound, and then I say we take it a step further, and we write those words as well. So if I hear the OR sound, I color it, and then I'm going to also write the words. So let's just look. Let's go through these so you know what they all are, okay? Porch. This is a front porch. This is a bone. Fork. This is called a cot. Horn. This is a cord, okay? A thorn. A stop sign. Corn. This is a rope. This one's tricky. It's called a cork and a stork. So now you're going to go back and you're going to say the words to yourself. And if it has the OR sound, you color it. So look at fork, okay? So I would color my fork and then I would sound out fork. Or it should be pretty quick. Here's a spelling word, horn. I would color it and then sound out horn. Okay, you shouldn't need to sound it out. It's a spelling word. Porch. But then if I came to cot, I wouldn't color that one because that doesn't have the OR sound. Okay, so color the ones that have OR, not the others. They stay blank. And then write the words. That's your 3rd task today. Your 4th task, we're going to talk about one more kind of word. And last time we talked about antonyms. Remember, those are opposites. 2 things with opposite meanings. So big and little, light and dark, day and night, boy and girl, happy, sad. These are antonyms. They mean the opposite thing from one another. Today we're going to talk about synonyms. Synonyms, instead of being opposites, mean almost the same thing. So these are words that I could substitute in and you know what I was talking about. Okay, so I could say, this is my friend, or this is my pal, or this is my chum. All of those things mean basically the same thing. You know that it's someone I spend time and like spending time with, okay? Now, if you say, the sky is very pretty, the sky is very beautiful, the sky is very lovely, okay? The sky looks charming. All of these things mean similarly the same thing, okay? They're similar. So you're going to take a piece of paper and fold it in half like this, and then we're going to cut it, just the top layer. Cut that in half like this. Okay, so now I've got 2 pieces, and then you're going to cut each of those one more time. So you have 4 compartments in which to write synonyms. So here we go. I'll help you with the first one, and then I'm going to set you loose to see if you can do them. Okay, so we'll start just with something. I'm going to draw a little ant, and I'm going to write little, because that's a word we should be able to spell in 1st grade. Okay, so ant, and it's it. Oh, got my little ant. See him? little. And I'm gonna go over to under here, and you could draw another tiny insect if you wish, or something else that's small. Maybe I'm gonna think of a little piece of dust. Okay, there's my little piece of dust. Now what's another way to say little? He is little, he is tiny, okay? Or teeny, or minuscule, that's a fancy way to say it. So little and tiny, okay? They mean almost the same thing, very similar. Similarly slated words. Now, you could do big and huge, big and large, big and giant, okay? Big and humongous. You could do happy, and another way to say happy is I'm glad, or I'm thrilled, or I'm excited. You can do sad. Another way to say sad is I am gloomy, or I am bummed out, okay? You could do scared. Another way to say scared, terrified, okay? You could do the sky, like I said, or a girl, or flower, and you could say it is beautiful, it is lovely, it is pretty, it is charming. Okay, so you want 2 words that mean basically the same thing. That's your 4th job. Your 5th job is reading, and then your 6th job today is actually a math assessment. So parents, you have a couple ways you can do this, okay? This page is just addition and subtraction. They should be able to do this independently. This is the test I would normally give at the end of the 4th quarter, but I wanted to give it early so that we can kind of see if there are any holes as we finish out our last few weeks that can be filled in, okay? So pluses and minuses, easy peasy. The next one is just the last math facts for the year. So we did +1, -1, and doubles early on. These we've been working on for quite a while, so this is a good time to assess what they know. So you can either sit and ask them, what's 3 + 4, write their answer, or just check it if they get it right, circle the ones they get wrong, however you want to keep track, or you could just hand this to them and they can write their answers next to each of them, okay? But we want to see if they're mental and quick. So it's not so much can they sit down and figure it out with paper and pencil, although that's important. These are the ones we want rote memory so they don't have to think through them and use their fingers or count every time. Okay, so kiddos, you should be able to do this page by yourselves. Just give it your best shot. I threw in an extra little challenge for you to see if you could figure it out. And then this is just something you can do with mom and dad if they have time, just to see if you are getting these skills quickly without having to think about them, okay? So one more time through tasks. Handwriting, spelling 3 times, however mom and dad tell you you can do it, okay? Your OR worksheet, color the OR ones, write them. Your synonyms, that's a fun one because you get to think of extra creative words that mean the same thing. Then reading, and then your math assessment for the quarter, okay? That's it for today. I love you. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow.